Oh, hi. I didn't see you coming here. This reminds me of a story. I have journeyed alongside Alex, Julia, and Camille for their entirety of their lives. And because of this, I know one of them inside and out. Which reminds me of a story. It happened in 19-dickety-2. Of course, we have to call it dickety, because the Kaiser stole our word for 20. I had to chase him for dickety miles. That's a story for a different time. This is a story of how self-denial and these three individuals have strengthened their relationship with myself, God. Alex has committed to abstinence, Julia has begun to fast, and Camille has pledged to charitable acts and causes. Alex learns to give the cold shoulder to the most important thing in life is a deed with repercussions. Instead, recognizing the roles those play in your existence and harnessing that power will lead to prosperous.
When my parents and I moved from one side of the country to another, I was quite upset. At my new school, I started to associate with people who I would not normally relate with. It shocked me how drastically I had changed in such a short period of time. I was lucky that one of my teachers saw this and confronted me. When I noticed that my lifestyle didn't match up with what I wanted it to look like, I was concerned. My habits had transformed to exclude faith from my daily life. I needed to change for the better. Abstinence is an act of self-discipline that makes me a better person because of an increased grasp on my surroundings. By refraining from consuming meat, I'm made to be a more righteous person of humanitarianism because I refuse to ignore the important things in my life.
Like Alex, Julia wasn't entirely satisfied the way her life was going. She felt despair when she considered the future. I inspired her to change.
I used to be depressed most of the time. I slacked off in school and disliked the company of family or friends. One Sunday at church, the sermon caught my attention. The priest spoke of regrets, and I couldn't help but worry about my current situation. Later on that day, I gathered up enough courage to plunge for a change. One of my friends who fasted often in pursuit of true freedom encouraged me to adopt fasting, so I excitedly began a perpetual phase of fasting. Fasting consists of abstinence from desire. Through fasting I have attained a good level of self-control and freedom. I am grateful for the opportunities I have been given, and to have a magnificent companion all of this way.
Camille's life took a sweeping change when her parents won the lottery. Rather than turning to materialism, as is so common when wealth enters one's life, Camille dedicates her life to a higher purpose.
When my parents won the lottery, most of the people around me extolled me. I knew that this was inauthentic. Because of this experience, I've learned that wealth isn't everything. In fact, real riches are infinite, buried deep within the soul. I've rejected materialism and embraced humanitarianism because I believe in human things so greatly. What is there better to do than to help those around you? My acts of charity have given me wonderful opportunities and boundless happiness.
Self-denial can be achieved in many ways. A person's personality and relationship with God will affect how it is achieved. As you saw in each of these accounts, only through discipline and self-exerted through self-denial away from materialism are we able to find true freedom.